Yeah, okay, I am now being filmed, okay, and it makes no difference to me. Help yourself.
If you have a look on here, there is a legal notice. £5,000 payable on demand. Anything attached to this vehicle without prior written consent will be removed by force if necessary.
You love it.
I love people like yourselves who just read on the internet that you know the law and
The car isn't mine.
and by all means help yourself, take it to court. So 392, the car's gone. It's going to damage the vehicle if you try and drive it. You get this on film, please. You are being filmed, by the way.
It's not going to try and
Sorry?
drive. It's not going to try and drive it. Do you feel moral? Do you think this is moral?
Yes.
Model,
Yes, I do. No. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because if you commit a contravention and you are issued with a fine, then you should pay it. Yeah. And the problem is the people of this country who don't pay their fines, all right, are contributing, all right, to the massive debt that this country's in. You pay an exceptional amount more council tax than you should for the people that don't pay. Yeah. You also pay, okay, so much more in car insurance and other areas for those who don't pay. So yes, I do believe it's very moral.
So you believe it's the people who have got this country in debt?
Sorry?
You believe it's the people that have got this country in debt? Of course you're not. Of course you're not. Because you can make statements to defend yourself about why you criminalise people.
This is not a criminal debt, this is a civil matter.
Oh yeah, it's a legal matter. You didn't say that though, did you, last time we saw you? You said that it's common law.
No, it's not common law.
This is
anymore.
TCE, this is a statutory process. This is
law
issued
anymore.
under the Tribunal Courts and Enforcement Act 2012. Yeah, 2007, Schedule 12. Alright, the matter has now gone through the process of courts.
It's not. I've gone through the process of court.
It's not.
You sent me a fraudulent warrant.
You have.
Well, then by all means, you take that matter up with the court, alright, when, by all means, when you get a taxi to the court because the car's going.
It's not going.
You can't stop that. And if you try to stop that, then you're in breach of Section 68 of the Tribunal Courts and Enforcement Act, where any person knowingly obstructs an enforcement agent while conducting their duties will be, is committing a criminal offence.
No, it's
Now the
not.
matter becomes criminal.
It's not.
Help yourself. Go on the internet, have a check. You've obviously looked at the websites that say, oh, they can't do this and they can't do that, but you haven't looked at the websites that say that yes, they can. Yeah, but there are always two sides to the story. A notice of right of implied access removal does not apply. Yeah.
It does.
Also, no, well, that's up to you to debate. Okay, I've been doing this job 20 years. All right, I trained bailiffs in how to do the job, in the law, in the statutory processes. I was part of the team that helped bring in TCE. Okay, believe me, I do know. Yeah, whether you like to challenge that or not, that's up to you. But I'm telling you now, it has no impact. By all means, sue me as much as you like.
Because they tell you it's not an impact.
Oh dear.
Because they tell you it isn't.
Okay, have you read the Act?
Yeah, but they tell
Have you read the Act? Have you read the Act? I've answered your question, answer mine. Have you read the Act?
You can't work for somebody who's been told this all their life, that this is true. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When somebody's been told that it's true all their life, it's really hard to explain to somebody that it is.
I'm living a dream.
It is
I'm
immoral.
living a dream. Listen, I'm not here to
You will be
discuss.
judged. You
By all
will
means.
be judged.
All right. I'm not a religious person. I don't care.
I'm not religious
So I'm not
either.
going to judge by. Yeah, listen. Your rhetoric may have worked on others, and your rhetoric you may believe. But this is law. This is a statutory law process.
Set by criminals
Well,
who
that's
criminalise the public.
That's not for me to debate. That's for you to take the matter up with Parliament. If you are so incensed by it, why don't you become a member of Parliament and change things?
Because I don't want to become a psychopath who criminalise people.
Fine, there you go. So you sit on that side of the fence, I stay here. That doesn't change alter the fact that the car's going, unless the £392 is paid. Yeah, so we're at an impasse. Okay?
You can sleep at night doing this to people.
Well. Oh, absolutely, very well.
Because you psychologically, morally think this is right.
That's up to you. Whatever way you want to psychoanalyse me, yeah, in that respect, it's up to you. But it has no impact on me whatsoever.
I know, because emotionally, you don't have any connect. You disconnect yourself from people. You disconnect yourself from the public and defend these criminal companies that do this to people.
I have no idea.
No relation.
Yeah. Okay. You know,
It's called cognitive dissonance. Maybe read a book.
Yeah, you know.
Have you ever read a book about cognitive dissonance?
I teach it.
You teach cognitive
I
dissonance?
teach NLP. Right. I teach about psychological communication, and I also understand people. Okay, and this moment
So you know what cognitive dissonance is?
Hold up. This moment in time, what you're trying to do is you're trying to wriggle out of paying a legal debt. All right, by
I'm
using
not. I'm just trying to make you understand what you are doing to the people of this country.
I understand what I'm doing. I understand this is a statutory process.
You don't think this is
I
harassment?
understand this. Well, that's up to you. No, in fact, it's an exemption from harassment. Okay, if you read your statute, if you read your legislation, there is no harassment.
Law is just things that people have written down for people to follow, and you have fell for it, and you're saying I'm the gullible one and I'm the one who's...
I've never mentioned the word gullible.
You said that we fell for things that we've read on the internet. You fell for things that people have told you in Parliament.
What I said is you've read stuff on the internet in relation to how to wriggle out, but you haven't read the actual act. You haven't read the other stuff.
We've basically read that laws are just written by people, human beings like us.
I've asked for evidence, which I am lawfully
That's between
obliged
you and the
to have.
local authority. I'm not from the local authority. I am a certificated enforcement agent from the county court. Okay. There's my Bailiff's General Certificate issued by Dartford County Court. Yeah, valid until next year. There you go. Wonderful. Okay, there's my authority. Want to show them a copy of the warrant, please? Oh, you've got a copy of the warrant.
Yeah, I've got a copy of that. Don't you worry about that.
So,
Is it signed by a judge?
Is it signed by a judge?
Does it need to be signed by a judge?
Yes, it does.
oh my God, there is no wet signature requirement.
Yes, there is. There
Oh,
clearly
dear.
is.
Then take me to court.
It
Call
will
the
be
police.
going. It will be going.
Call the police. Take me to court. You've got my details. Sue
You
me.
touch my car, it becomes a criminal matter. That's a bit childish, isn't it, really?
Okay? What you're doing is childish.
Why is this childish? Defending
Because
myself,
you've read
defending people.
Because you've read one side of the law and you haven't read the other.
I've read both.
Have you read the act?
I've
Have
read
you
you. I know.
Have you read the act?
I can't remember the word.
Have you read the act?
Yes, but I can't remember the
Okay,
word.
what is the act?
The TC Act of
Okay, have you read
2007.
the act?
Yeah,
Have you
I
read
can't
the
remember.
regulations?
I can't remember the...
Well, there you go.
I've been
Read the
studying it for
regulations,
years.
Tribunal Courts and Enforcement Act, okay. Now go forward with the Taking Control of Goods Regulations, 2013
That's not
SI
even my...
1894.
That's not my
Yeah?
property. I
Okay.
said this last time.
Well, currently this moment in time it's showing if you are the registered keeper of the vehicle.
Exactly,
that's
yeah.
sufficient for me.
No,
For me
it's
to
not.
go ahead now and clamp the vehicle. If you can show me now definitive proof it's not your property, I'll remove the control.
No, because it'll be in my partner's name, and I'm sure she don't wish to give
Show
you a
me
name.
the proof. Show me the purchase of the vehicle,
No.
the receipt for the actual transaction when you purchase the vehicle, and I will then release the control.
I guarantee you, when you say they're coming in there and out, I guarantee I win, and you're not taking that car.
Really? Go for it.
Don't worry, we'll be doing. So what are you doing now then? If you've got an hour and a half?
You see, under the regulations, I have to allow you 2 hours from the vehicle being clamped to the tow truck taking it away. So you've now got an hour and 40 minutes.
And you're just going to stay there for an hour and 40 minutes?
Yes. That has no issue with me.
Suppose we'll be back out soon then?
Okay, by all means. Yeah, but the car will be going.
It won't be.
Okay. And yes, I do believe in what I'm doing.
I know you do. I'm not debating that.
Because in your world, I'm brainwashed. Yeah, in my world, I am carrying out a legal function.
Because you've been told that from birth.
Which is supported, okay, which is authorised by a statutory act.
What do you think a birth certificate is? What do you think a birth certificate is?
You know, it's just, yeah, it's just,
the
you know,
registration of a birth.
I am no longer considering
a registration of a birth.
Any matter with you in relation to anything.
That sounds a lot like a contract, doesn't it? That you've signed from birth. What, that can be used against you if you don't pay your bills, if you don't pay anything, because you signed that with obviously your consent when you were a baby.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It has the crown on it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. Your cognitive dissonance is going into
some form of benefit, or you did, or you will do so, which is a contract with the state.
We don't believe in money. Money is paper with numbers on it.
Oh, okay, well that's fine, that's your belief. All right, regretfully, all right, it's a very, very small minority of belief in this country.
It's
okay,
not.
We are an economic society which is built upon transactions.
There is millions of people who are waking up to the criminals that are running us down.
That's fine.
And we won't be put down by you. We won't. We won't be criminalised.
Argue all you like.
Have you got a copy of the warrant for the car you're taking today, please?
You've had one of these previously.
Is it the same one? Yeah? Right, thank you.
Do you believe in
money? But that's an asset, isn't it? That's quite a sizable asset. That's quite an expensive one as well. Okay. All right. I mean, that's quite surprising, isn't it?
Oh no! Don't get me wrong.
Credit. Oh shit! Maybe you've got it for a credit, but they put it on credit.
Don't get me wrong.
If it was purchased on credit, then that basically means, okay, that they've.
My mum got me this for Christmas when I was younger.
I mean, in any possessions that they have been contracted through by a purchase. So that basically means they've actually participated within the actual environment.
Oh yeah, we have had to.
That they don't actually believe in. But the thing is any creditor, that's actually giving credit to any person has to have a recourse facility to recover that credit. All right, if the person defaults and fails. Hence the reason why we exist.
That's right.
We exist to what? Pay money? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, you really do like to mince words, don't you? You really mishear.
What did you just say? Why do we exist then? That's what you've just said, hence the reason why we exist.
Read back your recording and you'll see.
I know what you were saying.
Read back your recording and you'll see.
So do we exist to buy? Do we exist to consume? To give companies and corporations money?
Fine.
Do you believe that?
Yes.
That we live to give corporations money?
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's okay.
Unfortunately, so you agree that it's unfortunate?
I'm quite sure you paid a corporation.
No, I'm not debating whether I've paid
road,
corporations or not. I've never said that I haven't paid corporations. In this country, unfortunately,
you're the criminals, so you're contributing to the criminals by paying your insurance.
I have been all my life, yeah, but until I woke up and realised.
We don't live in a utopian society.
Not yet, no. Okay. Not yet.
All right, and it never will be. Yeah. The problem is within any social environment, you have far too many independent views and too many diverse opinions. All right, for any one opinion to take lead. All right. So
in your opinion,
you have a system of application of law, and you have a system of defence in law. So if you believe that law is incorrect, then you have the right to stand in front of the judge or stand in front of the magistrate and argue that point.
I don't have to stand in front of a magistrate.
So at this moment in time, you're arguing that, oh no, it's not.
I'm not arguing. I'm having a philosophical talk with you people. Okay. I don't see the uniform. I see.
My poor choice of word. I accept that and I retract that. All right. So you are now debating.
I'm not debating. I'm just having a talk with my fellow human beings. I don't see the uniforms.
I'm not got a uniform on, Dave.
Yeah, but you've got this bravado and the dark suit and the tag around you.
This is a standard dress code. Yeah.
Right. What's the thing around your neck then?
That's an identification.
Exactly. So that's kind of adding to your persona that you're giving off right now. I doubt you go
Are you
home
a
and that.
sociology student or something? Have you been to university to study sociology or something?
I have, yeah.
Ah, there we go.
I don't believe
Which
that
university did you go to?
I'm currently at Burnley.
Oh, you're at Burnley University, and so you're doing a thesis? Are you doing an undergraduate or a graduate course in sociology?
What does that matter?
No, I'm just trying to figure out where your opinion's coming from, where your point of view. I'm trying to think how you've established your point of view. Yeah, because at this moment in time, at the moment in time, when you go on the internet, you've got so many different opinions and so many different points of view, interpretations and wrongful interpretations of legal practice, legal processes, society as such. So I'm just trying to get a nice understanding of you.
Would you agree
You're
that...
asking me questions, so I can ask you questions.
Of course, yeah, I appreciate that.
So I've answered your questions, so answer mine.
What course am I doing?
Yes.
Social science.
Social science. Okay, what level?
I've just started as a foundation entry.
Okay, so you're young and can we say you're full of, you're full of, ideas and you're full of like how you want the world to be and so on and so on.
No.
But you have to accept the fact, the basic fact.
Yeah.
You have to accept the basic fact. Okay, that the world is it is.
I don't have to accept that. I'm under no obligation to accept that.
You do.
I don't.
Until you have the facility to change the world, until you have the facility, all right, to bring in different practice, then you have to abide by the current rules, yes?
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm under no obligation to.
Well, then you pay the consequences.
If you have to enforce an idea, then your idea is invalid.
Yep.
I am never going to enforce my ideas. I'm not going to bribe you.
All right, or Sainsbury's. All right, I don't want to pay for my shopping because I want to enforce my idealism. Yeah. Okay,
yeah, but I would.
Current economics.
Yeah, but my ideas will never be enforced and bribed with anything. If you don't pay me, I'll take your thing away. I would never do that.
Fine, that's your choice.
Yeah, that's my choice.
That's your choice. But that doesn't mean you can now back out and not participate within society as it's generally fucking run.
Because it's flawed completely.
Well, that's up to you to determine. That's up to you to change. So there you go. That's your motivation, yes?
Yeah.
All right. But at this moment in time, until it changes, does that not mean that you have to abide by and live within the current society rules?
Of course, but like my partner's been saying, there is loopholes.
Yeah, and that's what you're trying to exploit, is any particular loopholes. But those loopholes.
And you're not trying to exploit us. The courts aren't trying to exploit the public. They are trying to get money off people.
You had the opportunity at the time that the ticket was generated for you to appeal to the courts. Okay, you had the opportunity to appeal to a local authority within the NCR.
That doesn't relate to anything I've just said.
You had the opportunity to appeal to the court, all right, to Northampton County Court.
I know that you're going off your script right now.
To appeal, all right, to the National Parking Ombudsman if you believe that the ticket was issued illegitimately. So in this respect, regretfully, your choice not to participate within the current laws of the country does not.
In your opinion, that's an opinion.
Okay, but the opinion at this moment in time, which is backed up by the authority of the government. So at that stage,
their authority is opinion and belief system, just the same as mine. It's all belief systems. But the only difference is that you're enforcing your belief system on the public, and so's the government. I am not enforcing mine or forcing anybody to believe in mine.
I only enforce once all the processes have gone to that extent. Yeah, every opportunity has been given to every person to deal with the matter in a legal or in a reasonable fashion.
But that's part of your belief system.
The first stage of the process is called the compliance stage, all right, where letters are sent to the debtors, all right, and the person has the opportunity to notify the company of any particular issues, any particular vulnerability issues. They have the ability then to negotiate and set up a payment plan, all right. Now, only once that is ignored and once that is not undertaken does it come down to enforcement. All right, I'm only here because a series of events have taken place, all right, leading up to my authority.
I understand, yeah.
So at that stage, all right, whether or not you believe in that does not distract us from the fact that this matter needs to be paid or the car will go.
And that's not
the black and white.
That's not
the black and white of the situation.
But that's not distracting from the fact. I know you've just explained the process, but that doesn't ignore the fact that you are enforcing an idea.
Moral high ground that you are attempting to take.
I'm not. No. I see us as equal human beings. Like I said a minute ago, I don't see you as any higher than me, or me as any higher than you.
A book knowledge. This is what you call a person who's read a book. All right, and studying now the idealisms of that book has now been undertaken.
But I practice compassion.
And she becomes maturer, her attitude will change. Okay, I've seen this in many sociological students. All right, once they understand that there are certain things that they just have to accept in life as being, right, you have to pay tax, you will die one day, yeah, then, things will get better. But the idealisms, if you want to change the world, all right, then become a candidate for a local election.
I don't want to become a politician.
Then what's the point?
I don't want to become a politician because politicians aren't the be-all and end-all. My point of view is that I am trying to change...
No, I didn't say your point of view. I said, what's the point of you?
What's the point of me?
What's the point of view? You're standing there saying about it's all wrong, but you're not willing to change it. So that's just
my
wasted breath. You are just a raindrop in a shower.
My point is that my reason for living...
You're not going to wriggle out of this and you're not going to make me feel guilty about it.
I'm not trying to make you... If you're starting to feel guilty, that's not my problem. I'm just explaining my point of view.
Let me give you a lesson in body language. Okay, what you believe is, being admitted by me or demonstrated as any form of guilt is incorrect. Okay, I don't.
Then why are you having to state that you're not guilty?
No, because I'm trying to actually understand you. Yeah, no, I'm trying to understand your point of view.
You're not letting me speak anyways.
Your perspective of where you're coming from is because you have this idealism.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have this idealism, and you have this wonderful.
You have an idea as well.
Yeah. You have this. We all do. I mean, that's what makes us human. Okay? Yeah. That's what makes us part of society. But also that idealism being, connectable to other idealisms. So that's what we call in-groups. And then you have those in-groups which form bigger in-groups. Okay, so on and so on. But then once you get bigger in-groups, then those idealisms start to stretch and they start to vary. And then you get, problems and so on and so on. But that doesn't distract us from the way that the government at this moment in time run this country.
At this moment in time.
At this moment in time, whatever you want to say, that's fine. All right, the government run this country. The laws are there. Okay, yeah. The law has been applied. The law has been gone through. There we go. That's the end of my communication.
Thank you for that. In regards to...
I expect to see that on YouTube.
It will be. In regards to the reasons for my points of view that you was talking about, and my idealism, if you will, I just woke up one day and thought, how is this enforcing any kind of compassion towards the public? How is this enforcing love? How is this... It's just hate. It's fear. And you're spreading fear to the public.
Okay.
Would you agree? Do you make the public feel happy or sad?
I make many people feel happy.
Your family?
Yes.
Do you act like this when you're at home?
When I'm challenged, I wouldn't say challenged, and again that's a poor choice of words. When someone wants to question me, and I have the right to express my opinion, yeah. What frustrates me, especially being in the job long enough, is, and I don't mean this in a derogatory fashion, but persons like yourselves, okay, who, post all this stuff on the internet, believing what you're saying, or you believe in your rhetoric to be, true.
Just like yourself, yeah.
And, on some very flimsical moral basis, yeah. All right, but the law is an arse, and
in your
opinion, an arse, and everybody who works within the law or acts within the law is an arse.
I never said that.
Well, I mean, it's implied because you're saying it's wrong. Yeah, all right, and you're saying,
I'm not saying it's...
choice that you don't have to interact with it if you choose, all right, because that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
The point is here, look, my point of view is, all right, that it frustrates me when persons believe, okay, that they've read some parchment law or they've read some ancient, piece of law which has been repealed on many occasions, doesn't have to be repealed in Parliament, it's just replaced by further legislation, but they cling on to it, yeah, okay, in some desperate attempt, to think, well, they're right. Okay, and the point is, I'm not saying that I am right or I am wrong. I'm telling you that I'm carrying out a function of law. All right, and that function of law has authorised me. Shush a minute. That function of law has authorised me, okay, to carry out this action. Now, by all means, it's about respect. So I'm speaking, so you don't interrupt me. When you're speaking, I don't interrupt you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So, you know, in this respect, I'm carrying out a function of law. All right, that law has been applied properly, correctly, whether you agree or disagree. All right, from my point of view, I've gone through the motions and have confirmed that that has been applied legitimately. All right, and so that leaves us in a situation all the way round, okay, circumnavigation back to the point where £392 on the car's gone.
Do you think that the law is some of the law, or most of the law that you're enforcing right now, the legality? Do you think that that is
yes,
is
legitimate, real,
moral?
Yes.
Do you think that it makes people happy or sad?
Yes.
You think that makes people happy?
Yes. And it makes people sad. It makes them both.
So it does make people sad. So do you think? So would you?
If it comes down to me knocking at your door, yeah, either you've done one of three things. Either you have, yeah, ignored all the necessary notifications that are sent to you prior, yeah, okay, and you've decided, you know, you don't want to pay whatever the reason is, yeah. Okay. If there are poverty situations, if there are vulnerable situations, you have protections in law, but you, whatever reason, you haven't accepted that or you haven't undertaken that. Yeah. Reason number two, you're like yourselves, you're right, and you believe in this, you know, sort of utopian, you know, sort of attitude towards the world. All right, and everything's immoral, and because it's immoral, I shouldn't have to interact with it. Yeah. Or the third reason simply is just through pure arrogance. Yeah. Okay. You know, in other words, back to the law. Yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's in my 20 years of experience. That's what I've come across. Now, if you are a person who's in genuine need of help, then I will do that. And I actually, you know, I can say I've escalated the duty of care on numerous occasions where persons are in dire circumstances and have helped them out massively. Yeah, whether the debts have been cancelled, whether the debts have been returned, or whether they've been sent through welfare. Okay, but when persons who have the funds, who have the facility to pay, have chosen not to pay, yeah, then I will enforce.
I understand, but your first point of call to us wasn't we'll help you.
You can't say I understand and then say but, because what you're saying there is that you don't understand, and what you're just saying is my opinion doesn't matter.
No, I understand why you are saying that.
Say but.
Ah, right, so I just can't argue. Is that what you're trying to say?
We're not arguing, are we?
We're debating then?
Oh no, but we're not debating, we're communicating.
All right, we're communicating, but I'm not allowed to communicate my opinion on the matter.
No. If you're going to
you just said I'm not allowed to say but.
If you're going to communicate your opinion,
yeah.
you can't say I understand.
No, I genuinely understand why you are saying that.
You don't understand.
I do understand why you're saying that.
So
because
then choose a different choice.
I used to think like you. I used to have the exact same frame as mine.
What are you, 21, 22, 23?
23, and a few years ago I used to be all for the law. I used to be completely... Yeah.
Okay, alright, I'm nearly 50.
What's your point?
The point being is experience and life teaches you a lot of things.
I understand.
And idealism is one, alright, that you can cling on to. Alright, but unless
what's idealism? Why are you trying to put me in this box of idealism? What's that?
And change things, then you have to accept that those things exist.
What do you think I'm doing right now?
Because it doesn't change anything.
For now, no.
It doesn't change anything. But I told you earlier on, the only way that you're going to change things is for you, all right, to actually become a lecturer. You know, to become a candidate in a local election.
I don't want to be a politician.
Well, then you can't change anything.
Nobody says that.
But people walking down the street holding hands with candles is not going to change the world.
Do I walk down streets holding hands with candles?
How are you changing things?
One random act of kindness at a time.
Okay. So all right. Okay, I can understand that, and and I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's not going to change anything now.
Now.
Okay. So we're now back in this circumventing navigation of the whole process back to where we are.
Back to where?
This. Thank you very much.
It's okay.
And we're not evil beasts. Yeah, okay, all right, as far as I'm concerned, we're not all nasty, horrible people, all right, we have a job to do, that job is a necessary function, yeah, okay, and
I understand
at the end of the day, really, unless, all right, you've dealt with a matter prior, there's no need for me to be here.
I've just had a quick query, if I may.
Go for it.
I know how you just said about how you do help people out if they can't afford to pay.
Many times.
Is that your first point of call to help people?
No, my first point of call is to assess.
To assess...
Evaluate.
Whether they can afford?
I am not here to enforce a warrant or enforce a debt. I'm here to evaluate that the warrant or the debt can be enforced. Yeah, that is my job. I have to make several determinations in relation to that person's ability to pay. Yep. So if that person is vulnerable, then I will then take necessary steps to ensure that person is protected.
Do you think anybody can afford to live nowadays?
Yes. I deal with everybody across the whole country.
Is that,
my point of view, and this is, my point of view, and this is where I get frustrated, and I do apologise for that with yourself, is I work everywhere across England and Wales, and I've done this job, and I've met every dynamic, every diversity you can possibly mention. Yeah, every demographic. Okay, I was dealing with a very, very famous football manager recently. No names mentioned. Yeah, and I was dealing with someone sleeping on a park bench recently. You know, so I go between all the extremes. My job is to evaluate, and I do that very well.
Okay. Do you believe though that the only people who can afford to pay are the people who take part in the system by working?
No, what I don't believe is a person standing in front of me who's telling me that they can't afford to feed the kids, who's got a can of beer and a cigarette in their hand. Yeah.
They're coping mechanisms, aren't they? And the government sell them to us.
A lot of these people have never worked, and the social generations. Oh, sorry. That's that generational social impact. You know, teaches the kids. Yeah, you know that work is bad. Yeah, I believe in contributing to society. I believe in that, you know, I work, I pay my taxes, I pay my debts, okay, I pay my rents, I pay my mortgages, I pay my utilities, okay, and so why shouldn't anyone else? Now, if that person cannot afford to pay, there are protections in place for them, all right? I don't believe people should cheat, lie, steal. I don't people, you know, majority of benefit fraud, okay, is committed by indigenous populace. Yeah, communities where I see people, you know, who are very much representative of the stereotype, okay, and who will act in such a fashion.
What stereotype?
Sorry?
What's the stereotype?
The stereotype, like for example, you go to different areas, you've got different stereotypes of individuals, like, you know, the way they dress, the way they act, the tattoos. The attitude, you know, how they actually, you know, sort of broadcast that, you know, and it's like straight away they stereotype and prejudice against me, so there's no communication, and it's like, why am I bothering? Why am I banging my head off the wall with you? Yeah, okay, there's no way. It's what we call, and I love the saying, playing chess with a pigeon sometimes. You ever play chess with a pigeon? They flap around, knock the pieces over, they pull on the board, and then they, you know, act like they won. And it's like...
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, and, you know, the majority of people that I deal with who are reasonable and sensible, I will be reasonable and sensible with. Yeah, but if you're going to stand there and argue with me, and you're going to stand there and call me names, and you're going to stand there and say things about my family, then, regretfully, I'm not saying you have, I'm saying in general.
Am I entitled to my beliefs?
Everyone's entitled to their beliefs, and I would never take anyone's belief from them. My beliefs, I can, you know, understand that somewhat obscure at times as well. But it doesn't distract me from the fact that I have to participate within society, and society's built on law.
And beliefs.
You can't have society without rule.
Would you say law is a belief?
No, I would say law is an impact.
Would you say it's a fact, law?
It's a consequence.
A consequence of?
A consequence of things that need to be done. Yeah, because others have tried to exploit that, so new laws are brought out. So what's your decision? Because as soon as I call the tow truck, it's going to go up another £110.
No, it's not, because it's going to be a waste of time, really, isn't it?
Well, look, you know, as I said...
I'm waiting on a phone call at the moment.
Right, okay, so if we're going to discuss, as I said, 190, I'm going to call the tow truck, it's £110.
I've no contract with you. I owe you nothing.
£110 on top, but that's fine, then you won't get the car back.
Because it's not going.
Okay.
I just find it extremely funny that the people that have contracted you to come here today have just spoken to me on the phone to tell me not to comply with you. I find that really hilarious.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go and sit in my van now.
I don't blame you. I'm going to go and get a brew probably.
How much the actual oil, pal?
It started off at about 50 quid.
What's it for, a parking ticket?
Yeah.
A parking ticket
in it, yeah.
So you got a parking ticket, so there's no saying, yeah, that... Have they still got the evidence of this parking ticket?
I've asked them for it, I've got it recorded
over it,
all of them.
You want to get the evidence of the parking ticket? There's no saying you were parked illegally on that day until you've actually seen the video.
Not had any evidence.
You need to see the video.
Okay.
You need to see the video evidence of this.
I've asked, they won't supply me with anything.
He can't do nothing then.
I know.
If you've not had no information to do with this, time to fuck off.
I know.
Time to fuck off.
Yeah.
Got better things to do with the time. Look. Oh, let's record. Oh, smile, aren't you? Where are you from? Just take a video of that, will you?
Yeah, we are.
Got the reg for later on. So we can find people off registrations. Actually own a fucking vehicle company. What up? We'll just get it behind you.
Yeah, that's his as well, yeah.
But these man not even proper people. Have they actually give you any paperwork today?
I've asked them.
Have they give you any paperwork?
Warrant.
Let's have a look at this warrant again, please.
Yes, can I have that key back?
I'm going to represent them today. Because no one else is going to help them, are they?
Thank you.
Let's have a look at this paperwork. Because I think this is an illegal clamp.
It is.
I think it is.
There's your idea of the warrant.
I believe that's an illegal clamp.
No court signature, no judge's signature.
There's no signature.
There's nothing.
No, there's no.
I've got 3 letters
Take me to court.
for proof that they won't supply me with any evidence.
You don't need to take you've got to take us, but you've got to give them adequate. So it's Burnley Borough Council, yeah? It's Burnley Borough Council. Right, so what you want to do, you want to ring up Burnley Borough Council and make a complaint as we speak now.
I can't, they don't open till 9, that's why they come so early.
By law, yeah, for £82, they can't put that clamp on there.
I know.
They'll cost more damage taking it away.
Right, I'm just going to sit in car for the remainder of this.
I've just set off driving. He's going to hurt his foot if he stays there anyway.
Then they'll try and do me first.
No, you're not doing nothing.
You will.
Just set off driving, I'll push him out of the way.
Then you will.
Dogs out, I'm going to...
Make sure you get this on.
Oh yeah. No, just try driving off of it. You're not doing nothing wrong. You're doing nothing illegal. You're not committing an offence by doing what you're doing. He's moved his foot and he's moved his leg. Right, stop there, pal. Go backwards. Always go backwards. Go backwards. If you snap, you're going to drive. Keep going. Keep going. You never know. He's not doing nothing wrong. He's not committing an offence. He's trying to drive his vehicle. It's not your vehicle. You don't own that vehicle until you...
When the police get it.
Look, they'll tell you, say you don't own that vehicle until you drive off. Let's try it again, pal. No, little man. I just run a waterboat. I can't do that. Well, rock you back with the phone if you can. There, go forward, lad. Go forward. Go on, go forward, go out. Yeah, you're out. You're out. I won't touch it. Go back with it. I won't touch it. You're filming this. I have not touched the car. Go forward. Keep going forward. It's going to fall off like that. Go on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's off. Right, that's now. Yeah.
That's their damage.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll tell you straight, yeah? So you get on video there, so you give it to police. If police seem to think I've done anything wrong,
All you've done is delay it.
I've delayed it.
Yeah. That's all you've done.
Do you know what? Yeah, but the best thing about it, yeah?
Next time
I've
we'll
helped
just come with
public.
a tow truck.
I've helped the public.
The car's going to go. You just
You're only
made the
gutted,
bigger
yeah?
mess.
That you haven't got your breakfast this morning,
No,
mate.
that's cool.
What's up? You still got your breakfast stuck to your
employed.
face? No, you got your breakfast stuck to your
employed.
face there, pal. That's
I'm
what
employed.
that is. Look,
So what's
lick your
gonna
lips,
happen
yeah?
is-
Lick your
what's
lips,
gonna
pick
happen
your
is
lip back up, get back in
next
your bag.
time the car
and
is
take
just
it on
gonna
the
be
chin.
gone.
Society
cost them
won.
100 more money.
Society won.
In your opinion,
Society won.
you're nobody.
I'm a nobody. I've
Thank
just won
you.
this situation for this woman, this gentleman. Now we go and sell the vehicle. You don't get the vehicle. Then who wins?
This is the society that you want.
Well, this is
If it
society
wasn't for someone
standing
like
up
me,
for
a
us.
fat bully boy like you would be fucking taking a piss.
You know.
End of the day, you just gutted that he drove off.
No.
Look, he hasn't committed an offence.
Okay.
He's gone in his vehicle.
Let me
Your
just make
clamp.
this one last point,
Your
because
clamp were a bag of shit.
Let me just
Your
make this one
clamp,
point.
your bag of shit. Your clamp was a bag of shit.
Insults are the last act of a stupid mind.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You
So
lost,
at the end of
she
it all-
won.
No, it's not.
The winner is...
It's a delay.
Did you win? He said they win. But who won on the day? Who won on the day? Do you know when boxers go into a ring and they win? They win. They win on the day, but they come back for a next day. It's called a battle.
Once again, it's
called a battle. The battle has been won for today. Go get yourself some more breakfast.
I can see. Yeah, I can see.
Thank you very much.
That'll do.
See you.